Hello, welcome to today's collective general reading. As always, remember to use your own discernment, join with intention, and allow the message to be received with an open heart. A quantum reminder, we are speaking through symbol and story here, so please do not rely on tarot readings as factual evidence. You are always encouraged to do your own research, especially when engaging with strangers on the internet. Now. Yesterday was the collaboration with Scythe from Witch and Scythe. Again, thank you so much. That was awesome. And I've been going through the comments on my video and looking through some on her video, and I can't remember whose it was. It might have been on hers. Someone made a comment about New Earth. And I could be taking this person's comment out of context, so this isn't to say that this is to that one person. It got me thinking. And their comment was something to do of, in reference, I believe, in reference to how I was claiming the new earth is an individual process. And it's about us as single human beings having a transformation within us, and through a collective doing this same transformation, this brings the new earth. And someone said, hello, the earth is also transforming and ascending. And I'm not here to say that person is wrong. I'm here to say, I guess, like to state my opinion on, I am very mindful of my language and very mindful of what I assume, not as in like if you make an assumption of something, but like to assume responsibility for. And I believe that is such a bigger conversation. I didn't feel that it had place to be a side note, a footnote in a collaborative reading like that. To me, that would be its own reading. Which brings us to today. We're figuring this out as we go. The only thing that came out written is bending will. Okay. I know that something is coming through in this pen. I'm not sure what this means. Lip service. And again, this line dot keeps coming up, but with it at the end of that E, it actually looks like it's an arrow in the opposite direction. And I'm getting a sense of rhythmic tripping. It's similar to 2 steps forward, 1 step back, in the way of there's motion and movement, but is there advance? And there is, but it doesn't come without its own friction. Interesting. Okay. If we come back to this, we come back to this. I don't think we will. Now, I have a few decks here that asked to be here, so lovely. When I finished the reading that I posted today, this is the card that came out. It's the 4 of Swords, the Lord of Rest from Strife. And the 4 of Swords being about rest, I took that as, got it. Lay the cards down, take a break, and this is the first time I'm touching the cards today. And the message that I would like to engage with is, and here's where I'm very mindful of language, is speaking with Earth. As human, hello, as human, grounded in. And I don't want to say that what I am speaking through as true is Earth speaking. There are many spiels that I could go on to with things that occur within the spiritual community that honestly are a reason why I haven't really engaged in the community for the decades that I've been awake, I guess you could say. And so I have this deck here as my throat hitches, so I'll get to you. Seeds from the Sacred Feminine Wisdom cards. And this is an Indigenous made deck, and they are very clear that it is for everyone. And it is messages from Sacred Mother Earth. And so I am not going to be speaking on behalf of Earth. I am not going to, well, I was going to say I'm not going to be having a conversation, but I heard, yes, you are. So there's and now this is a collective reading, which means it's not only about me. And I'm being told that I'm now tuning in for, with, and in of collective. Okay. Ooh. Feeling it in the blood. On bottom, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. I did mention this in the reading with Scythe about when Orion was coming through very strongly, maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago. It's interesting, and it it would take a lot of go-throughs, but what I found would keep happening is I would have something come through in a reading either when I'm recording, and then I finish recording and I go to YouTube and I see that she has posted something, or I post something, and then 1 to 3 days later she's talking about the same thing. And I'm so curious about the pacing, because it's very rarely will I get something after her. And I don't know if part of that has to do with placement on Earth, given where I am physically residing. But there's something of keeping pace with relations. And so Orion coming up on that, I remember when that happened, I was just like, my God, okay, like, my God, I've literally never, I don't think, really mentioned or gone into Orion in my channel. And then I mentioned it once and the next day she did. And I said, okay, it there's pudding, I see proof. And I don't know the nature of this rhythm. And I think that's a true statement that a lot of us, if we look inside ourselves, feel that disconnect relation with Mother Earth. Now, I'm not here to speak in broad strokes. I'm not here to speak for everyone. In this carnation, in this life, me inside this physical body with this government name that pays taxes, I am white. And there's a lot of complexity being a white person, not in spiritual community, but if we look around the room right now and we see that there is a lot of pain in the world. And I think it's safe to say a lot of that stems from colonialism. And so I'm not here to say that I am speaking for Indigenous people and Indigenous people's relation with Mother Earth, with people from African diaspora, people from around the world, people from anywhere. I'm very aware of the tightrope that there is, speaking through spirit, also through my physical knowledge, my physical knowing, which is related with my race. And then it can get kind of tricky because it's also, there's all these past lives, and it's, you're not only confined to the temple you are embodying in this life, and read the room is how it appears to me. And I'm looking over there, and I have a phone cord that I just tossed down really quickly, and it's forming as that golden spiral, which is also looking like a number 6. Again, the 6 coming back. And so allow the natural flow to occur. Through that, like what came up in the collaborative reading yesterday, shame. There's a lot of tenseness, a lot of ferocity and friction that comes with collective shame and not knowing what to do with that. And so it's easier to not engage with shame. So we would rather be angry. And I don't think that this is only an issue that white people experience, of course not. But when we're talking about speaking with Earth, I'm very aware that assumptions will come through that are a result of my personification as human. Okay. So all of those things being said, that is why I did not talk about Earth, Earth and ascension as well for New Earth. Yeah, I know, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Okay, that that felt like a 10-minute introduction, but it's a bit of pacing again with this Four of Swords coming in. There's no rush to this message. I was saying this to some of you in the comments, but like I've been speaking to you for a year. I felt a shift in around October, November 2025, and recognized the collective that I was speaking to, and also recognizing that at that temporal moment for me, you were not here. And you're here now. So I'm trying to not soapbox. I'm trying to not harp on the same things over and over and over. But it's also, yeah, I feel that there's a lot of context that's really important when engaging in these conversations on the wide web with people. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. And there can be a lot of, again, assumptions coming through. And that lip service is coming back. And so ensuring that what it is that we are saying is also what we are practicing. Okay. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. This came just as I was talking about my veins or my blood moving weird or different, or there being an awareness of. And so this is coming through as blood memory, which again is something that has been shared by Indigenous peoples. I know on Turtle Island, I can't speak to elsewhere around the globe, but I wouldn't doubt that this is a conversation that's been had and been withheld by powers that be. And modern Western science is starting to recognize that now. So it's like, oh, because academia proved it, now we can treat this as truth. I didn't know that this was going to be such a systems message, but of course it would. So this message is speaking to you in your current human form. I'm not talking about past lives. I'm not talking about I hear you. I'm not talking about other realms, other dimensions, other layers of reality. I am speaking to you as a physical human inside the body, encasing your soul spirit at this very moment in this place and time. I'm not negating the existence of more than now. But I think I'm picking up that this is a very clear clarification for when these messages come through. So I don't need to keep going into talking about race and talking about whiteness all of the time, but to talk about who you are currently in this shared world. Shared world includes society, includes systems, includes structures, which all include oppression. Okay. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. With the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Well, 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 well. Where do you want to be? Okay, center stage, heard. What I'm getting now is that this energy is channeling in with Mother Earth. And this great severing, as I'm feeling it in my knees, that sense of being weak in the knees, of falling to the ground, of falling to earth. Okay, this is going to be a deep channel. Bear with me, the pacing is going to Four of Swords it. The earth has felt this severing of us as humans, as humanity. Not all humans. I'm not here to speak in black and white. I am speaking through shades. Shade having refuge is the word that's coming through. Refuge from sun, from being too hot, too angry, this Mars energy. This, I'm not seeing it as forge, don't follow. I'm seeing it as above, so below. And everything that we are seeing reflected on Earth's surface is mirroring what is happening on the inside. Picturing a kettle, and just before, you know, those old school kettles that actually like whistle when they're done, not the electric ones. I'm getting the image of seeing just like where this part where the water comes out, the lid on it just starting to flutter. It's like you can see the air trying to come through from bubbling out. And so Earth knows that she is nearing an eruption point. And there's a sadness there. It's I'm about to explode, and I feel really bad that some of you are going to get hurt. It's like being a kid and you're on the school bus or you're in class and your stomach starts to feel weird and you're like, oh no, I think I'm gonna vom. Like I think I'm gonna throw up. And I feel bad that other people are going to see this and other people are going to have to watch this ugly thing happen, but it needs to happen. This needs to come out. I need to release it. This is toxic. This is toxic inside my body, and it needs to leave. And the tough truth that I'm kind of fighting saying, and I'm being told I chose to open this channel, I will speak as what is being told to me. Yes, ma'am. Is some of that toxicity is humans. And if you're watching this video and you're 20 minutes in, I'm probably not talking about you as the toxicity. As I'm feeling between my third eye and my right eye. I'm trying to make too much sense. I'm trying to rationalize something that is bigger than me, and they are, bless them, they are dumbing it down as much as they possibly can so it can filter through my human brain, which I appreciate. I very much appreciate the opportunity. Who's this? I have my eyes closed, by the way, but you can't see. Dignity. Your dignity is your sacred essence, the recognition of your divinity, and the respect of yourself. Wow. Really getting that blue as this is Earth speaking. I'm seeing her waters, her oceans. I see a person standing here with wind coming by, and down here, as I'm feeling this in my left middle finger, it's kind of like someone's taking a needle and someone's taking a needle and pushing it through my nail, trying to go through. Yeah. Down here with this yellow orange, I'm getting that is what is not trying to erupt, in process of eruption. I'm going to say this because I'm being told to say it, and I have no idea how any of this works. I don't know if we are going to see an eruption of some kind in the next 6 weeks. That would bring us to mid-June. Mid-June. I don't know if this is a warning or if this is a just so you know. This is such a way of saying it. Just so you know, I'm gonna hurl. I'm gonna upchuck. It's coming through as vomit more than anything else, in terms of, you know, when you get like a 24-hour bug and you're just so sick and you're just like, there's no life after this, dude. Like I have nothing left in me. I have no fluids. I can't keep anything down. Any medicine that's supposed to help me just keeps coming back up. It's like there's this plexiglass layer. Nothing is, I'm gonna get this backwards, I think, but it's non-porous, as in like nothing can get through. Very interesting. I made this. A couple things that I made at the pottery studio I was able to pick up today. And this is something that I only kept it because I wanted to see if, when the clay is bent down like this, I wanted to see if it would crack. It was, okay, I'll pick it up. It was a test. And not a test in terms of like, haha, I gotcha. But I wanted to see if this in here would crack. And you can't really see, and it isn't quite the point. And some of the glaze dripped down here, but I kind of like it. And I couldn't remove the wax here. I got it when I didn't mean to because it dripped. And so I added some blue. And then the inside isn't as smooth as I like. But I really didn't know what it was going to be. It kind of felt like a little hat. If I'm honest. And now that I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like a little feather in the side. How silly. But when I was sitting down to film, I was like, oh, this is actually perfect size for my little guy. And there's that sense of, hello, when you're in a museum and you want to touch something, but you cannot. Feeling that disconnect of, I'm not allowed to openly share space with this. There are so many rules. There are these rules that are preventing me from feeling a connection. And sometimes if someone gifts you something or you buy something for yourself, or heaven forbid, like someone loans you something, there's a sense of, I'm scared to touch that. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to ruin it. I don't feel scared or nervous or hesitant to hit on this because I made it. And it's, okay, interesting. It's giving me the message of food, of harvesting, of gardening, of having of having control over your own consumption, which is not just dietary, which is also consumption of media, of technology, of energy, of things like AI, fast fashion, conglomerates, all of these things that are contributing to Earth having a bad tummy. What is within your capacity to do on your own? And not just you as a single individual person and nobody else. Could be with community, could be with loved ones, with family members. But what is something that you can do whatever you want to, because it is yours. And nobody can take that away from you. Earth is asking us to be more, it's an R word. What is it? Not rational, not resistant, not not to ration. Although, well, I am hearing that is also going to be a required reality for some. I don't know. I think it'll come out later. I'm being told this is the setup. This is the introduction, and I'm at 27 minutes. So I'm going to leave this here. I feel that the stage has been set, and next we're going to be hearing from Mother Earth and earthly creatures, as well as these three. Okay. If this message resonated with you, you can like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to hear from me more often. In the description, you'll find a link to my Substack, which hosts the 444 Collective, where the signal is active. I've also linked my Buy Me a Coffee, where I have a few personal readings and experimental integration sessions available for purchase. Stay tuned.